Okay, just went to go live. And we're live. Are we live? Yes, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this. It's me, it's that TCOT and Samuels, better known as Pete. And well, I just watched the season premiere of Raw, and oh boy, was it fun! Until the fucking Bobby Lashley Lana segment, which can fuck off. Oh my god. Nothing really surprising about the Bobby Lashley return, but that was meh. And Lana meh. And yeah, them just fucking playing tons of hockey. Oh, fuck off, Joey. Yeah, the matches were good. I mean, AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander, that was awesome. Um, the Raw Tag Team title match was very, very good as well. That was a good one. I'm trying to think. Lacey Evans versus Natalia was good. I think as well that I really wanted to see Ray versus Seth, but then all of a sudden we just didn't get the match because Brock Lesnar just decides to kill Ray and Dominic. And I'm not sure if Dominic is a teenager. I think he's 23, 24, something stupid like that. But still, it's like, oh, great, we've just missed out on it. Legit, like, I was really looking forward to the match, and it fucking sucked that happened. Alexa versus Sasha was okay. I mean, to start the feud, to finish off that feud nicely. And the Fiend attacked Seth Rollins. Yay. Should have saved it. That's why I want to talk about this. So, this is how a WWE should book, kind of idea. So, this is the go home show, the go home Raw before Hell in a Cell. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from Hell in a Cell up until WrestleMania and then possibly afterwards. So, here we go. Hell in a Cell happens, and Seth Rollins is, he's terrified, he's scared, but he plays it up. He's like, yes, I'm confident. In the cell, he gets twatted, like he gets battered, and Fiend wins. So, okay, Fiend wins, everything's okay. It's like, yay, Fiend wins, yay, yay, yay. Okay, whatever. The next night on Raw, Bray does a Firefly Funhouse episode. It's not advertised. It's not it's not scheduled. It's not nothing. It is a surprise Firefly Funhouse. Sorry, tired. But he doesn't have the Universal Championship. So now we play up the multiple personality. We play up Bray and we play up the Fiend. They are two different people now. So we slowly build it up. Again, sorry, I'm ill. So we play that up. We get that started and we get that slowly building up. Braun comes out the next night, before the main event and goes, I'm challenging the Fiend to a match. Don't care. I'm challenging the Fiend to a Universal Championship match because, well, he just put his fingers down my throat. So I want a Universal title match. Okay, it happens and Fiend wins. But again, it doesn't have the opinion, Fiend doesn't show up at all. So from now until the pay-per-view, Fiend doesn't show up, it's Bray. Now all of a sudden, Bray is, he's still doing the episodes. He doesn't have the Universal title. He has a picture of it in the background, but he doesn't hold the title. He doesn't show it. He doesn't, oh, look what happened here. No, he doesn't have it. Like, it's not in his possession. The Fiend has it. So, building that up, Fiend comes out, completely just batters Braun. End of story, batters him. 1, 2, 3, pin, whatever. So now we have the returning Finn Balor. Runs onto Raw, jumps to Raw for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Reason why? We start building up the feud. Demon versus Fiend, which I think would be really, really good. I think it'd be amazing if we actually managed to get the Demon and the Fiend together in a ring. Be fucking money. But now things changed. He just the demon in him wants to come out. He tries everything to get a title match with Bray. He doesn't get it until the Fiend accepts his challenge. Now all of a sudden, there's another episode of Firefly Funhouse. Only this time, there's no puppets, there's nothing. It's just Bray sat down in the middle of the room, going, and just says, I accept. He's just rocking backwards and forwards. There's no puppets. It's just Bray rocking backwards and forwards. And he goes, I accept. End of the show. Now, Fiend comes out, completely kills. Well, doesn't kill him, but completely batters. But Finn, I think at that point we would be coming up to Survivor Series. Survivor Series is rolling around. Then we get the Demon. Only this time, we have some fun with it. We destroy the Firefly Funhouse. Like the actual set is destroyed. Like some person has destroyed it. Like somehow an entity of Bray's mind has managed to come in and destroy the set. So there's no Firefly Funhouse from the pay-per-view before Survivor Series up until Survivor Series. No Firefly Funhouse at all. Going into Survivor Series, again, there's no mention of Bray. Bray's not seen. There's no Firefly Funhouse. Only the Fiend at the go-home show of each pay-per-view on each Raw. The Fiend comes out. That's it. That's the only time we see the Fiend. I think it'll be cool, and I think it would get a pop. I mean, it'll be a pop. No matter what, it'll be a pop. But at the end of Raw, before Survivor Series, it turns out that the Demon killed the Firefly Funhouse. Managed to, get in and kill it, like burn it down or something like that. Well, no, not burn it down, but just destroy it or something like that. The puppets are gone. Everything's just in Bray's head now. He is deranged. So Fiend comes out. Bray comes, Demon, Fiend, bang, they attack. Not in not in a stipulation match. That's for TLC. In a normal match, and Bray and Finn, the Fiend and Bray get disqualified. Like the Demons just get disqualified, get DQ'd. Yeah, it's a cop out, but it rolls into TLC. This time, the WWE management have had enough with Bray because now Bray's not speaking, Bray's not talking, but Bray is not doing anything. He's just walking backwards and forwards in a room. He's been checked into a mental institution at this point. But he's walking backwards and forwards. And he's not speaking, he's not eating, he's not drinking, he's not doing anything. At this point, I think Jojo would have come. I think Jojo can come back at this point. I don't know if she's still employed with the company, but for one night only or whatever, she comes back, tries and talks to Bray. Bray gets nowhere. She doesn't get anywhere with Bray. So then all of a sudden she has an idea and goes, why don't you turn it into the Firefly Funhouse? Like building, in here, you take him away for a few hours. You get in, you build something, you build a new set, you build a set for the Firefly Funhouse. Maybe that might change. So there's a new set, there's everything, there's a set, there's everything like that. So now Bray's happy. Bray's now a changed man. He's like, I'm back. He's back. He's basically doing the Mr. Rogers. He's doing what he's doing on Raw again. He's happy. He's content. He's like, yay, I'm happy. I'm back. Blah blah blah. But then WWE management calls, and he doesn't want to go because now they have to. He's now having to go in to do a polygraph test and basically do a mental health check to make sure that he's okay and the Fiend is just a figment of his imagination or whatever, just whatever. They're just making sure that his stability in his head is fine. He can come back to work, blah, blah, blah. He's not been in work, whatever. But he doesn't want to go. So it's like, well, what the hell are we going to do? How are we going to get him to do this? Because we need him back at work. Jojo then goes again, comes back. I know, build another set. Build the exact same set you've built from here, only at work, and he'll come back and will be able to do the test. Now, how are you going to be able to do now? How are you going to be able to put a polygraph test and Bray Wyatt together? Okay, bit hard. Not in the sense you can somehow manage to build it up and say that due to the puppet, Vince McMahon. There we go. Vince McMahon had a puppet in one of the episodes. So you can have Vince, the puppet, have a note in his mouth or something like that, and that's how they manage. Only for the first time, again, he doesn't speak. It's a polygraph test. It's a grey room. There's no way he can speak. He doesn't speak at all. So the polygraph tester goes, well, I can't do anything. He's not speaking. He's not doing anything. I can't test it. So again, it's stupid, but they can bring back, from the set that they had with the mental institution, bring it back, have it in there. Okay, that's cool. That's a really good idea. Blah blah blah. Okay, we'll do it. Goes into the test, aces it. The Fiend is a real person. It's not, okay, it is Bray Wyatt, but the Fiend is his own person, his own entity. Now we get to the good part. We get to the part where the demon comes back. Finn goes to management, goes to the upper echelon. I think it'll be either no. Who's the general manager of Raw? I have no idea. I think it's Stephanie McMahon. I think. Anyway, so he goes to Steph or Hunter or whoever it is, and goes, "I want TLC Universal Title, Demon Fiend TLC now." Okay, you get your match if you can beat Braun Strowman. Now, here's what we do as well. Fiend is pissed. Sorry, the Demon is pissed. So you have the Demon come out on Raw. Okay, you're giving it away for free, but for TLC it'll be something really cool. But you're giving away the Demon for free. No problems. You can do it. You have him in a coat or something. Hiding in the paint or something. He comes out. He manages to get the win over Braun. Fiend comes out, tries to attack him, but then they have a standoff in the ring. This is like the last Raw or whatever. The setup for the match was the second to last Raw. The match happens the last Raw before TLC. They have a standoff. They don't touch. They just have a standoff. I think that'd be cool. TLC happens. They kill each other. They completely and utterly murder each other. Then, at the end of it, Fiend retains. Okay, is that going to piss a few people off? Yes. Then, Fiend attacks Finn after the match, beats him up, sends him back into SmackDown. There's a clause in the contract that Finn didn't read. Stephanie McMahon is now heel. Okay, not the greatest, but there's a reason why. Stephanie puts in the contract, if the Demon loses, then Finn Balor must go to SmackDown Live. Okay, SmackDown Live get a really cool wrestler, and yeah, it's a really good storyline. Then the Raw starting the road to WrestleMania, Seth comes back. Seth has not been seen since the beatdown at Hell in a Cell. No Instagram messages, no Twitter, no Facebook, no nothing. Not even a fucking tout. No reception from Seth. Even Becky Lynch. Like, people are going to Becky. Like, Paul Heyman's going to Becky. Fucking Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, even Vince himself are going to Becky and going, where's Seth been? Where's Seth been? Where has Seth been? Becky turns around. How the fuck do I know? I'm supposed to be his wife, and I don't even fucking know. Obviously, yeah, they don't know, but still. No, nothing. He changes his look and he changes his gimmick. He doesn't speak. He just walks out there, kicks whoever, could be Kim Corbin or whoever, kicks him, pedigrees him. Then, just looking around, hearing the cheers, goes off the ropes, curb stomps Corbin. It's going to be cheers. All of a sudden, he just leaves. He just gets out the ring, walks up. We don't see him again until the Rumble. He can be the number 20, the 20th, 21st entry or something like that. But Seth wins the Rumble. At this point, Braun gets a rematch with the Fiend. So Braun finds a way to gets his rematch. Didn't get a rematch because he was injured. He's away. Comes back, challenges the Fiend, gets squashed. Sorry, Fiend wins again. Lol. But now Fiend has managed to turn heel. Everybody now wants to see the Fiend lose the title. I'm going to piss off a few people in a minute, but let's get to it. No reception from Seth. Nothing. We don't hear anything from Seth going into it. Going into the match, nothing. Gets to probably Roadblock or Fastlane or whatever it is. All of a sudden, Bray is rocking backwards and forwards again. Something's gone awry. Something's gone amiss. Something's happened in this perfect little world. Flames. Fire. Burn it down. Let me in. Somebody has torched the Firefly Funhouse. And at this point, the Firefly Funhouse goes away until after Mania. Now, both men, Seth is nowhere to be seen. Everybody knows it's Seth because, Bray's just said burn it down. So people know it's Seth. But Seth's nowhere to be found. Seth's nowhere to be seen. Where's Seth? Where's Seth? But Bray has gone. Bray's gone as well. So now it is important that we get the title match signed, sealed, delivered. So probably like the second to last Raw, we need to find a way to get the contract signed. So what we do is we do the exact same gimmick that we did a few months ago with the with the Firefly Funhouse. It's not going to be the same. It might be a little bit different. They might bring back the original one, but they have the original Firefly Funhouse with the puppets and everything like that, including the picture of the Universal title. They have it. So now it's I want Seth. Universal title match. I want Seth. Seth's the Royal Rumble winner. I want him. So they sign a contract. No holds barred at WrestleMania. So Seth just walks to the ring, signs the contract, throws the pen at Steph or whoever it is, throws the pen at Steph, gets out the ring, wanders away. They find a way to get it transferred from the ring to Bray. How are we going to do it? Okay. Well, what about Vince? Vince can somehow manage to enter the Firefly Funhouse, even though he's a puppet. Why don't we have Vince enter Firefly Funhouse? Okay, let's do it. I'll take the contract. I'll take the contract. He's walking, he's doing his fucking walk. He's doing whatever he wants. And all of a sudden, he knocks on the door. And he opens it. And it's like, there's no lights. There's nothing. He just wanders in, places there's a table or whatever. There's a table there. And you just see Mercy the Buzzard just come out of the darkness. And he just goes, have you got the contract? Well, yes, give it to me. Gives him the contract. Goes into the darkness. All you hear is a scribble. Mercy passes it to Vince. Thank you. Puts it in his coat pocket. All of a sudden, door shuts. Vince McMahon is now stuck in the Firefly Funhouse. All of a sudden, turns around, and all of a sudden, the Fiend, with a particular looking mask, not his actual mask, but Seth, it's painted in a way to make it look like Seth's face. He's now deranged. The Fiend is now deadly. He's now dangerous. He wants to now murder Seth. So he basically kills Vince McMahon. He doesn't kill him, but you know what I mean. He basically attacks him, mandible claw, whatever. But then the Raw before WrestleMania, They meet in the ring, mono y mono. They don't talk, they don't act, they just, well, they don't talk, they don't look, they look at each other dead in the eyes, and then they're about to go at each other, but all of a sudden somebody just comes into the ring. Somebody gets into the ring, and it's a security guard or something. Literally, Bray just grabbed, the Fiend grabs him, bang, Sister Abigail, out of nowhere. Then another security guard comes in, kicks him, Seth just kicks him, runs off, bang, curb stomp. It's basically a dip measuring contest, but it works. So then WrestleMania happens. Now, I might piss off a few people with this one, but I wouldn't put the title back on Seth. I just wouldn't. I don't think Seth needs the Universal title anymore. I think he can get over his own way, but I don't think Seth needs the Universal title at Mania, maybe the pay-per-view afterwards, as a way to get the crowd lifted up. But at this point, the Fiend wins. Now, what they do is they do the gimmick. They do the gimmick that it was the WrestleMania 34, I think it was, would be pictures being shown onto the ring. But they do that to be like Muzzy the Buzzard, the pig, the doll that's basically Abigail. But you actually do have Sister Abigail come to WrestleMania. You actually have her debut. Now, who's the best person to have a debut? Who's the best person to play? Well, his wife, JoJo. I mean, think about it. She managed to get Bray out of the mental institution, and she managed to get his job back. What if everything ties up in a nice little bow? JoJo's sister Abigail, and we just didn't know about it. I mean, yeah, it'll be a shitty way to, it's a bit weird, it's a bit out there, but it could work. It could be a good one. But then, during the match, and this part will have to be very, very tame and very, well, not tame, but it has to be coordinated perfectly. Even if they do it before the show and then they put it in during the show and B-roll or whatever, all of a sudden, at the start of the match, Bray and Bro, they're just fighting, and all of a sudden they go into the ring. They go under the ring, and all of a sudden now they're both in the Firefly Funhouse. They're both there. What have we not seen in the Firefly Funhouse? The door opening. That's the only thing we've not seen. We've seen Bray open the door. We've seen Vince McMahon open the door. We've never seen the Fiend open the door. And we've never seen somebody else open it. What if the door opens and it is literally hell behind it? Now, we have, it ties into Seth's theme of burn it down. So then it's literally, you find a way to burn down the, instead of opening the door, you have the walls start burning and it just crumbles, it just burns away and hell is there. Nobody's seen Vince in about 2 weeks. What if Vince was over there? The devil himself. Like literally sitting on a throne. Dressed as the devil. It could work. You have Sister Abigail as well, just away from everybody, just rubbing her hands. It would work. Brings in Sister Abigail, confirms that Vince is the fucking devil, and these two are just fighting, and Sister Abigail, it's just there. And all of a sudden, before we go back, they find a way back into the ring or whatever, they find a way. But all of a sudden, before we go back to the ring, she just looks down and there's a Seth Rollins figure and a Fiend figure. And she just cackles and smiles. A creepy smile. They get back in the ring, they have a good match, and then basically they have, again, Fiend wins. Fiend just finds a cheap way to win. Then you have Seth win the title back and all that jazz. So to be honest, guys, that's really what I've been wanting to talk about for the past week, for the past few weeks. Also, I want to say that there was a new episode of the Classic Wrestling series just been put up about probably about 4 hours ago at this point. Um, yeah, it's like 4:30 in the UK right now, guys. So yeah, do apologize about there being two videos today. I'm hopefully going to be having a SmackDown premiere on Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that yet. Hoping to have another episode of the Classic Wrestling series up as well. Maybe this week, maybe next, maybe this week, maybe next week. I don't know yet. Got a Hell in a Cell to review. You know, I've got a Hell in a Cell predictions and Hell in a Cell video to record and stuff like that. So I've got a pretty busy week. Luckily, I'm off work this week, and my God, I'm going 25 minutes. So, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you maybe, I think it might be the Hell in a Cell predictions, or the next episode of the Classic Wrestling series. I don't know yet. But 9 times out of 10, it probably will be the Hell in a Cell predictions. So, guys, back to that. Thank you for watching, and to the EFN. Yes.